Unit 1, the importance of self-discovery for young people. Self-discovery is very important for young people because it helps them understand who they are and what they value. By learning about their strengths, weaknesses, and dreams, they can make better choices for their future. It also builds confidence as they realize that being real and unique is more important than trying to be like everyone else. Self-discovery teaches young people to respect themselves and appreciate their individuality. It helps them face challenges, solve problems, and grow into the person they want to be. With self-discovery, young people can use their talents wisely, develop strong relationships, and live a life that reflects their true identity and values. The mirror moment. On the first day, a quiet girl looked in the mirror and felt she was different from everyone else. At school, she didn't talk much and liked to spend her time drawing in her sketchbook. One day, the teacher said, "Make an identity map about yourself and your dreams." That night, she drew her face with her glasses, curly hair, and a big smile. Around it, she wrote the words strong, creative, and curious. The next week, she stood in front of the class and showed her work proudly. Everyone clapped loudly, and the teacher said, "Being different is your strength." The girl smiled happily and believed it. Good qualities of a person. Good qualities make a person respected and trusted by others. Kindness is one of the most important qualities as it helps people build strong and caring relationships. Honesty is another valuable quality because telling the truth creates trust. Responsibility shows that a person can be depended on to complete tasks and keep promises. Fairness means treating everyone equally and with respect. Patience helps in solving problems calmly without anger. Confidence allows a person to express ideas clearly and stand up for what is right. These qualities, when combined, shape a person's identity and make them a positive influence in their community, inspiring others to follow their example. An important lesson you learned about personal identity. One important lesson I have learned about personal identity is that everyone is different and special in their own way. Understanding this has helped me accept myself and respect others. Personal identity is not only about how we look, but also about our values, strengths, and experiences. I have learned that when people are true to themselves, they feel more confident and earn the respect of others. Supporting people and being kind can help them grow and face challenges positively. This lesson taught me that differences should be celebrated, not judged. By respecting personal identity, we can build stronger relationships and create a more understanding and supportive community. Unit to the best ways to have good communication with family and friends. Good communication with family and friends is very important for building strong and healthy relationships. One of the best ways to communicate is to speak honestly and listen carefully to others. When we share our thoughts and feelings in a calm and respectful way, it helps us understand each other better. Talking face-to-face is more effective than sending messages because it allows us to see expressions and emotions. Spending time together, asking questions, and showing interest in what others say makes them feel valued. When problems happen, good communication helps solve them quickly. Listening, being honest, and showing respect can make any relationship stronger and happier. Ways to solve problems using communications. Communication is one of the best tools for solving problems in our daily lives. When people face a misunderstanding or conflict, talking openly can help find solutions faster. It is important to listen carefully to the other person's point of view and explain your ideas clearly. Staying calm during the conversation helps avoid making the situation worse. Face-to-face discussions are usually more effective because you can see the other person's expressions and understand their feelings. Asking questions and trying to understand each other's needs can lead to better results. By using respect, honesty, and patience, communication can turn problems into opportunities for stronger relationships. The importance of communication. Communication plays a key role in our lives because it helps us connect with others, share ideas, and understand different opinions. Good communication builds trust and makes relationships stronger. When people speak openly and listen carefully, they can avoid misunderstandings and solve problems easily. Communication is also important in work and school because it helps teams work better and achieve goals faster. It can be done through speaking, writing, or even body language. Using clear and respectful words makes it easier for others to understand our message. Without communication, people may feel lonely or disconnected. That is why learning to communicate well is very important. Communication is how people exchange ideas, thoughts, and information. It can be done in many ways, such as talking, writing, or using gestures. Good communication makes it easier to understand others and to be understood. It is very important in our daily lives at home, at school, and at work. When communication is clear and honest, it helps avoid mistakes and solve problems faster. Listening carefully to others shows respect and makes them feel valued. Speaking kindly and using polite words can make conversations more successful. By improving our communication skills, we can build stronger relationships and work better with everyone. Unit 3: The benefits of using AI and robots in our daily lives. AI and robots have many benefits that make our lives easier and more productive. In hospitals, they can help doctors by diagnosing diseases, delivering medicine, and even assisting in surgery. In schools, they can support teachers by helping students learn languages, solve math problems, and do research. At home, robots can clean, cook, or perform simple tasks, saving our time and effort. AI improves transportation with self-driving cars and helps businesses by automating tasks, reducing human mistakes, and increasing efficiency. They can also help solve global problems like climate change. With AI and robots, people can focus on more creative and important work. A robot teacher, I don't think robots will replace human teachers completely in the future. Robots can be very helpful in teaching, checking homework instantly, and giving students extra practice. They can customize lessons and make learning faster. However, robots cannot feel emotions or understand when students are sad, tired, or need encouragement. Human teachers can smile, listen, and give emotional support, which helps students feel connected and motivated. Technology can make education better, but the care, empathy, and personal connections of a human teacher are impossible for robots to replace. A good education needs both technology and the human touch. The benefits of smart robots in the future, smart robots will bring many benefits to our daily lives. They will work in hospitals, helping doctors diagnose diseases, deliver medicine, and even assist in surgery. In schools, they will support teachers, make lessons more personalized, and help students learn languages and solve problems. At home, robots will clean, cook, and do simple tasks, giving people more free time. They will also be used in transportation with self-driving cars, making travel safer and faster. In business, robots will handle repetitive tasks, improve efficiency, and reduce human mistakes. Although they cannot fully replace humans, smart robots will make life easier, safer, and more productive for everyone. The benefits of AI in the future. In the future, artificial intelligence, AI, will offer many benefits in different areas of life. In healthcare, AI will help doctors diagnose diseases faster and discover new medicines. In education, it will provide personalized learning for students and help teachers save time. AI will improve transportation with self-driving cars, making travel safer and more efficient. In business, it will automate tasks, reduce human errors, and increase productivity. AI can also help solve global challenges such as climate change and energy efficiency. While AI is powerful, it must be used carefully and controlled by humans to ensure safety. With the right use, AI will make life smarter and more comfortable for everyone. Unit 4: How to use technology and screen time in a healthy and useful way. Using technology and screen time healthily means finding a balance between online and offline activities. Technology can be very useful for learning new skills, doing homework, and staying informed. However, spending too many hours on entertainment, such as games or videos, can cause tired eyes, headaches, and stress. Experts suggest limiting entertainment screen time to less than 2 hours a day. It's important to take regular breaks, especially during meals and before bedtime. You should also spend time on physical activities, face-to-face conversations, and hobbies away from screens. By managing screen time wisely, you can enjoy the benefits of technology without harming your health or daily life. Screen time and its impact on daily life. Screen time is the amount of time we spend using devices like phones, tablets, or computers. Using the design thinking process, we can find ways to use screens wisely. First, we understand the problem by noticing how much screen time can cause stress, less sleep, and less time for exercise. Then, we brainstorm ideas such as setting time limits, turning off notifications, and planning screen-free activities. Next, we make a simple plan and test it for a week. We ask friends and family for feedback and improve the plan if needed. Finally, we keep the plan practical and useful so that screen time becomes healthy and balanced in our daily lives. How to spend time using the screen wisely. Using screen time wisely means keeping a good balance between online activities and other parts of life. First, set specific times for studying, working, and breaks. Avoid using screens during meals or right before bedtime to get enough rest. Turn off notifications that might distract you while working or learning. Also, use screens for productive purposes like learning new skills or reading useful information. Remember to balance your time with outdoor activities, sports, and face-to-face conversations. By following these tips, you will feel less stressed, get more done, and enjoy your entertainment time without feeling tired or distracted. Unit 5. The steps of the design thinking process for solving a problem. The design thinking process is a creative way to solve problems step by step. First, you empathize with users to understand their needs and feelings. Second, you define the problem clearly so you know what to solve. Third, you ideate by brainstorming many ideas, even crazy ones, to find possible solutions. Fourth, you create prototypes, which are simple models to test your ideas. Finally, you test these prototypes with real users to see what works best. This process helps designers focus on people, improve their ideas, and find practical solutions. By following these steps, you can solve problems in new and effective ways that truly meet people's needs. How we can make life easier for new students at school. Making life easier for new students at school starts with understanding how they feel. First, we can spend time with them to see the challenges they face, like not knowing where to sit or what to do during breaks. Then, we can brainstorm ideas to help them feel welcome. For example, we can create a welcome buddy plan, so each new student has a friendly guide. We can also prepare a school map to help them find classes and important places easily. Another idea is to have a break time corner where they can relax and meet friends. These steps will make new students feel comfortable, confident, and happy at school. Your group's design project. Our group's design project focused on making life easier for new students at our school. First, we talked to some new students to understand their needs and feelings. We noticed that they often felt lost and shy, especially during break time. Then, we brainstormed many creative ideas to solve the problem. We decided to design a Welcome Buddy program, a simple school map, and a mobile app with useful school information. Next, we created a prototype of the app and the map. We tested them with new students and asked for their feedback. After that, we improved the design to make it more practical and easier to use. This project taught us that good design comes from understanding people and solving real problems. Using the design thinking process to solve a problem, our group decided to use the design thinking process to solve the problem of helping new students feel comfortable at school. First, we tried to understand their feelings by talking to them and asking about their needs. Then, we brainstormed many creative ideas, such as making a school map, creating a Welcome Buddy program, and designing a rest corner. After that, we built a simple prototype of the map and tested it with a few new students. They gave us feedback, so we improved the design and made it clearer. Finally, we tested it again, and it worked very well. This process helped us create a practical and useful solution. Unit 6, The Importance of Reading Stories. Reading stories is an important way to learn and grow. Stories help us understand different people, places, and cultures. They allow us to see the world through someone else's eyes and feel their emotions. When we read, we improve our vocabulary, grammar, and imagination. Stories can also teach us moral lessons and show how to solve problems in life. They help us relax and reduce stress after a busy day. Reading regularly makes our minds sharper and improves our memory. It also inspires creativity and new ideas. Whether the story is short or long, it can leave a strong impact and stay in our minds for a long time. A short story you like most. One of my favorite short stories is The Clever Fox. It is a fable with talking animals and an important lesson. The story is about a clever fox who wanted to get a piece of cheese from a crow. The fox greeted the crow politely and praised her beauty. Then he said her voice must be as sweet as her looks and asked her to sing. Feeling happy, the crow opened her beak to sing, and the cheese fell. The fox quickly caught it and ran away. This story teaches us to be careful when others try to trick us. The benefits of reading stories. Reading stories is very important because it helps us learn and enjoy at the same time. Stories can teach us new words and improve our language skills. They also help us understand different cultures, ideas, and values. Some stories have morals that guide us to make good choices in life. Reading can also improve our imagination, making us more creative. When we read about characters in different situations, we learn how to solve problems and understand other people's feelings. In addition, reading stories is a relaxing way to spend time and reduce stress. Whether fiction or nonfiction, stories always give us knowledge and entertainment. A short story that has a clear moral. One interesting short story is The Clever Fox. It tells about a fox who lived in the forest. One day, he saw a crow with a piece of cheese in her beak. The fox wanted the cheese very much, so he greeted the crow politely and praised her beauty. Then, he told her that her voice must be as sweet as her looks and asked her to sing. The crow was happy and began to sing. As soon as she opened her beak, the cheese fell, and the fox caught it quickly. The story teaches us a clear moral. We should always be careful before trusting others.